Hello everybody, my name is Joshua and I'd like to welcome you back to another episode of Coffee, Cats, and King, where we will discuss books, both new and old. I will share with you pictures of my cats, will make you wish they were your cats, and I will drink enough coffee for me and everybody watching. The mug today is a new one that I just picked up from Barnes & Noble. Love this thing. $10 if you can find it. And my shirt, of course, Stephen King. I am back with a book review and some book mail. I'm going to get to the mail first. So recently, my dear mother bought me a blind date with a book, and I'm currently reading the first one out of that. I talked about it in one of my other videos. She enjoyed the experience enough, and I enjoyed the experience enough, that she decided to do it again through someone else. So I actually got a video of me doing the unboxing because I thought it was really cool the way that the particular individual had wrapped them up. So I'll show you guys that now. What do we got, buddy? What is it, Havoc? What is it, Goober? Got another blind date. No, it's not a root beer float. It's a blind date with a book.
But all the root beer got poured out, so it's just.
Okay. Oh, Havoc is helping me. He's helping. Okay. Yeah. Is that the one I'm opening first? The one that now has claw marks? Yeah. Okay. All right. Oh, they're taped together. All right. Let's see what we got here.
You want me to put it in the moment so you can write the finger out with you?
Oh, Paige is gonna assist. Okay. First book.
Havoc!
First book is Anne Stewart with Silver Falls. Every killer has a family. Oh. Oh. They put tea.
Oh, that's nice.
They put tea in there. Oh. It says, thank you so much for trying out a blind date with a book. I hope you enjoy cozying up with this great novel. This looks like an interesting book. Have it, get your nose out of the fries. Okay, I'll show the book off more in the actual video, but let's open up this one. This is one of the unboxing. What?
You already ripped words.
I already showed the words.
But
This is, a soon-to-be motion picture. Final by Tim Che. International tale of 4 separate stories woven together by a common theme, the rapture.
Ooh.
Interesting.
I might have to read that one. That's cool.
And more tea.
Ooh, what kind is that?
Ginger
Ooh.
peach turmeric.
Sounds good.
ooh, what was the first one?
It was turmeric glow.
Mm.
Very fancy. Nice.
Right. And yeah, so the 2 books, it's Tim Che with Final. So this has a very Left Behind kind of feel to it. So this goes after the rapture and it follows this particular group of individuals who have been left behind. And this is sort of their final chance to make amends, to find penance, and to be accepted into the heavens. So, obviously, very much a religious read, so not going to be for everyone. I'll still give it a try. I'm always up for reading just about anything. On that note, though, the one that I was most excited about was the Anne Stewart Silver Falls. Really like that cover. And this one sounds super interesting. It says, a predator lurks in the rain-soaked streets of Silver Falls. Rachel is finally getting it right. After years of wandering, she's married the perfect man and settled into the ideal life. But as her sleepy little town turns into a killing ground, she realizes that this new life might come at too high a price. He's careful, patient, and good at what he does. Caleb Middleton says he's returned home to set things right, but as her husband's dangerous brother circles like a hungry wolf, poking holes in her perfect world, Rachel draws her young daughter in close. The rain and violence keep coming, and Rachel must decide whether to trust her dream life or her instincts, before the town of Silver Falls becomes her grave. So, sounds really interesting. It's actually billed as a romantic suspense. Nothing about that sounded particularly romantic to me, but I don't know. I'm excited about that one. We'll see how it goes. And how many times can I say I'm excited? Well, let's find out, because I'm also really excited to talk about The Bargain by Jon Ruddy. I've mentioned this book a couple times, but I told you guys I was going to give you just a little more information about it, so we're going to do that now. In case the cover doesn't tell you everything you could possibly know about it, I'm going to read you the back and then talk a little more in depth about it. Two bloodthirsty dictators seek supremacy. High in the hills overlooking the sleepy town of Arafru, Romania, Count Dracula dwells in the ruins of an abandoned castle. For what was Hitler but another kind of vampire? When a bargain with the village elders is unwittingly broken, Dracula unleashes his terror on the town and on the Nazi soldiers who have invaded his beloved homeland. But the Count doesn't like the competition. As the legions of vampirism wind their treacherous way to Hitler himself, the world is about to be consumed by the powers of darkness, which may now become immortal. So, contrary to what that promises, while this is most definitely Germans, specifically Nazis, versus Dracula, Hitler himself never makes an appearance. He is, of course, doing everything behind the scenes. But what's interesting about this is most of what Dracula does is also behind the scenes. So basically, our setup here is that the Nazis have invaded Romania. They say that they are there in peace, that they are there to protect the Romanian people from being overtaken by someone else. Of course, the Romanians aren't stupid, although a lot of them do, in fact, go with it. A lot of them end up joining with the Nazis in this regard. But there are also those who oppose it. So essentially what happens is Dracula comes into play because basically years and years and years ago, the elders of the village made a pact with Dracula. All he said was, listen, I will leave you guys alone. I will not bother a soul if you leave the ruins of my castle alone and you leave me alone. This is my territory. Stay away from it or else. So, somehow they have kept this bargain up throughout the years. So of course, as it always happens, one person ruins it for everybody. In this case, it's a boy from the village who goes to the ruins, decides he's going to explore even though he knows he's not supposed to explore. Dracula rises up out of the ruins and proceeds to do something really terrible to the boy. People find the body, and Dracula basically uses it as a warning to them and tells them, hey, listen guys, all bets are off because you didn't keep your end of the bargain, so therefore I no longer have to keep mine. He still promises to stay out of the village itself. He has a very particular lesson to teach the village. What he doesn't said is he starts seducing women from other villages and start seducing the mistresses that the Nazi party spend their downtime with. So for the majority of the story, Hitler and the other soldiers, they don't even know exactly what's going on. They just realize that slowly the higher up officers of this Nazi party start to lose themselves to lust, and they become incredibly drained and tired, and really all they have energy for is come nighttime they have energy for their particular mistress, to the surprise of us, of course. These mistresses all fall under the power of Dracula. And Dracula's whole plan is to slowly and quietly take over the Nazi party. So, again, Hitler and Dracula, they never actually meet. Okay, in fact, Hitler is not a character in this book, so to speak. But it's so interesting to me because it is all psychological. There are some horrific moments, of course, but the vast majority of this book is all psychological. Everything he does to break them down mentally, and then he basically lets them tear themselves apart physically. So it's very interesting. The violence really isn't over the top in any way in this book. It's not particularly graphic. There are a lot of sexual scenes. I will say that most of the female characters are really there as sex symbols. In this case, though, I feel that it's almost necessary, because that's the whole point. Is Dracula is slowly building his own army, isn't he? It just happens to be full of beautiful, irresistible women. So, very interesting read, unlike anything I've read before, and so well written. What's really cool about this book is it follows history to a T. Everything that happened in this book happened in real life. It's just we're getting the backstory, if you will, on why it happened, on why Hitler made some particularly strange choices during the war that cost him some serious battles. Well, now we know it wasn't really his fault. It was more Dracula. So, really cool, oddly accurate, and just so it's not even alternative history. It's just telling the side of history that maybe we don't know about. So, really cool. Again, I've suggested it to all you guys before. I'm going to suggest it again. This is an awesome book. Jon Ruddy, The Bargain. Please buy it for yourselves if you can find it. It is so good, guys. It was a solid 5 stars for me. I'm definitely going to be reading this one again, and it is, I mean, there's a 90% chance that it's going to be on my best of list. I enjoyed it that much. It was awesome. It was awesome. There is not a thing that I would change for this book. So there you go, guys. It's my review of The Bargain, and more book mail. So if you guys have read either one of those books, let me know. If I have not yet convinced you on The Bargain, tell me below, because I will give you more information. I want everybody to read this book. It's freaking fantastic. And that said, thank you for joining me as always. I hope that you guys are enjoying a great cup of coffee today. I wish I had as many arms as this dude so that I can read all these books at one time, but, you know, maybe someday. Maybe I'll eat a radioactive cabbage or something, I don't know. But regardless, have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me. Throw some cat footage in now. Why am I the one on work? There you go. Get him, buddy. You want me to do it? What? It's not over there. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so scary. This is the laziest bit of playing ever. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Really? Hey. Get your ball. Get your ball. You tired already, really? Okay. Wow. And let's wrap this baby up. Cheers.
Hey, do you like horror? Do you like being scared? Then watch Coffee Got a King.